Greetings viewers, welcome back to the channel here on the tailgate of the sandbar on another very hot and humid South Carolina day. Only about 95 degrees out, but the real feel, of course, with the humidity is like 104. Should be filming the rocker cover gasket replacement video on the Crosstrek for you guys since the parts finally came in. But it's just too miserably hot to mess with. I'm already pouring sweat, and all I've done is basically drive the sandbar here and set up the camera and sit on the tailgate. So don't really feel like messing with the rocker covers this afternoon. So hopefully by the weekend it's supposed to be in the 80s and a lot more tolerable, so hopefully I can get that filmed for you then. On to the reason we are sitting here today. If you saw the thumbnail and the title, you already know why we're here. I believe I have built the ultimate Subaru spark plug ratchet, finally. There's another runner-up in that category, although I don't have the parts and pieces for it yet, and it's gonna be a lot more involved to create that ratchet. We'll talk about that in a little bit. So the ratchet you saw in the thumbnail, the one we're here to look at, is this. This is a Matco AFR 128 LFR. It is a 12-inch locking flex quarter-inch drive ratchet with a soft grip handle. I believe with the soft grip handle included. The overall length of this ratchet is between 13 and 14 inches. I've got a picture I'll put up on the screen now showing the ratchet beside a tape measure. I'm going off memory right now. So this is my best Franken ratchet to date. And when I talk about Franken ratchets, I don't remember if I included that in the last Japanese tool haul video when I was talking about the Tone 3/8 gutted quarter-inch, but that's what I call these little quarter-inch drive body ratchets that have 3/8 guts in them. I call them Franken ratchets. And these little Franken ratchets are awesome. Some of these you can buy directly from the tool manufacturers themselves. Some of them you have to create, like this one. Matco does offer a 3/8 gutted quarter-inch ratchet. That's where I got the guts for this one, but as far as I can recall, they only have the standard length quarter-inch body with the 3/8 guts in it. These are not meant to do the work of normal 3/8 drives ratchets. They, of course, are shrunk down. The pawls are smaller and the gear is smaller. They're not rated for the same torque as a traditional 3/8 equivalent ratchet. So these are for lower torque applications that require a 3/8 drive socket. You know, you could use a quarter-inch, but by the time you use an up adapter from a quarter of the 3/8 and then the socket, then you've got that extra inch and a half there you've lost in size savings by using the quarter-inch head by using that adapter. So that's the main reason these Franken ratchets exist, is for, like I said, lower torque applications that need a 3/8 drive socket but don't require a ton of torque. So what I did, if you saw the last Subaru spark plug replacement video that I filmed, I believe it was on the FB20 in the Crosstrek. In that video you saw this ratchet, which is a Matco AFR 9/8 LF. That is the 9-inch locking flex that I'd put basically this same 3/8 gut kit into. So with that, that was what I thought was the longest locking flex quarter-inch ratchet that Matco had at the time, and it was an actual 40th anniversary in the head, and I wanted it, so I grabbed it because my Matco dealer had it in stock that day. Going online and doing a little research, I found out they had this little monster, which is the 12-inch version. All I ended up doing on this, instead of even just swapping the kit over, I just took my 40th anniversary head out of the 9-inch and put in this one because I like the look of the 40th anniversary logo. So this is truly a Franken ratchet. We've got a different head with different guts and a different handle that, you know, I've completely built, and you can't buy directly from Matco. You have to make that. That's one of the stipulations, I think, for the Franken ratchets. To be a true Franken ratchet, you can't buy it from the tool truck. You got to make it with stuff they already have. But again, you know, I call the one sold with the 3/8 guts a little Franken ratchet too. But this, when you build it yourself, you can't find a part number for it. You know, that's when it's extra special to you. So Haven't got a chance to use this. I actually just got it from my dealer yesterday, just got it put together. If you follow me on Instagram, you probably saw the post on the pictures I posted of this Ratchet. So I've yet to try it out, but with this Ratchet on the Crosstrek, because I put it down in the engine bay just for size, I basically have the entire length of the soft grip above the cylinder head, so I can ratchet spark plugs out with no issue. I don't have to get down there by the rocker covers or the cam covers. I don't have to worry about getting my hands in between running the ratchet handle. That's the main reason I built this one, just for the overall length. It's not for extra torque, because the spark plugs are like 20 foot-pounds. You know, I'm not gonna go out there and break bell housing bolts loose with this thing. I know the limitations of it. That would be abuse, and that's not what it's designed to handle. Even though with the overall leverage, it might break a couple loose before it goes kaput. So this was my previous favorite Subaru spark plug socket, which was the good old Snap-on FL80, one of my first Snap-on ratchets I ever got. It's just the standard straight long handle. It's not the extra long, it's not an extra long flex, it's just the FL80. F denoting 3/8 drive, L denoting this a long handle, 80 being a dual 80 mechanism. So I'm gonna get the macro lens out, and we'll see some size comparisons here in a little bit of the differences and how much savings I got from the head size of the 3/8 ratchet to the 1/4-inch bodied 3/8 Matco. And we'll also really quickly compare it to the Tone RH3CH that I got the other day, actually just last week in the Japanese tool haul, and my Koken Zeal 2726Z-160, which is the 160 millimeter flex head 3/8 gutted 1/4-inch ratchet. Yet to get to use this on a Subaru spark plug job. I've had it for about 6 months now. I should have tried it out by now, but just haven't. And the Tone, of course, I haven't got to use yet because I've only had it for a week. So real quick, we're gonna switch to the macro lens, take a look at these, and just get a good overall look at the size difference between the 3/8 drive normal ratchet compared to these little Franken ratchets. All right, guys, so here is the Snap-on FL80 on the left, which was my go-to Subaru spark plug ratchet for years, and the Matco, too long to remember part number, AFR128LFR on the right here, with the 40th anniversary head and 3/8 gut swapped in. As you can see from the side profile, lots of space savings with this ratchet and cramped engine bays, especially on the Subarus when we're down between the rocker cover and the frame rail. You know, just going to make things a lot easier and a lot more accessible, and you know, give me less headache and make the job much quicker. So there's the comparison really quickly between a traditional 3/8 ratchet with 3/8 guts compared to a little 1/4-inch Frankenstein. So real quick, we will look at the Matco versus the Tone, which size for size, including that quick release lever, they're just about identical in thickness for the side profile. Of course, massive difference when you look at them this way. The Tone is still way more compact. 72 tooth mechanism in the Tone with the quick release. 88 tooth in the Matco, no quick release on it. And finally, the Koken Z series, again much smaller profile, looking head on at it, and when we line them up side by side, the Koken is just ever so, it's hard to show you this on camera at a good angle, it's just ever so slightly smaller in the height department, probably about a 1/16 of an inch, 1/8 of an inch, you know. But one thing I've liked about the Koken Z series ratchets and using them is the fact that the drive goes all the way through the back. So you can see there, that's the actual drive. So if you have a fastener that's stuck, or not stuck, too loose to get to start ratcheting, You can just put your thumb on the back here and put some tension on that drive to lock it, you know, till you can get it started. But as I said with all the Koken ratchets, the back drag is almost non-existent anyway. It's silky, buttery smooth, and you know, there's not many loose fasteners that you really can't start ratcheting right down on and it not, you know, turn back with it. It's really great. So like I said, haven't got to use this one yet on a Subaru spark plug job, but I'm going to try to use it on the next one just to get a good feel for it. With the Tone ratchet, you know, it is a straight neck, so I don't have a ton of leverage on it, and you know, it might be a little cumbersome, especially on EJs with the way the rocker covers are. Probably not as bad on FAFBs, but there is a flex head version of this. I might Frankenstein this ratchet as well and get the flex version, which is about the same length, but they do offer a extra long 1/4 inch flex, so I might get the two and switch the head if that's possible. I don't remember now if the Tone flex head is riveted to the handle or if it's attached with a screw that I can simply swap out like a snap-on Mac or Matco. Looking at the Koken, I know I can't switch it out because they are riveted. There is no screw to turn out and swap the head. The only thing I think I could do to get more length out of this one is possibly the 1/4 inch Zeal breaker bar. I believe it might be a little bit longer in length, but I don't have one to compare it to. But again, the problem now is that rivet right there, I couldn't just pop the handle off this ratchet and that breaker bar and switch them for any extra length. So kind of stuck on that one as well. Great ratchets, love the Japanese tools, as you know, but it's hard to compete with, if I can even get it in frame, the length of the Matco. You know, can't even keep it in frame all the way at this focal length. Let me see if I can slide it back a little bit. Still not completely in the frame, but yeah, just so much more leverage on it, and you know, that's what you're really looking for when doing those Subaru spark plugs. You want the leverage and you want the length to get your hand up away from the engine and out of the engine bay to give you more clearance to ratchet the wrench. So with that said, that'll do it for the video. A little quick rundown on this little Matco Franken ratchet. If I get the parts together and I'm able to find a machinist near me that can machine the faceplate for that THLLF 72 snap-on, we'll do another video comparing that snap-on Franken ratchet to this Matco one. Fairly certain the snap-on will have a stronger head, stronger guts in the Matco. It'll most likely hold up far better than the Matco, just because snap-ons dual 80 and dual 72 mechanisms, in my opinion, are superior to the Matco 88. But you know, everyone has their own opinion on things. That's just where mine is. I guess I've got some bias being a former snap-on dealer and going through training and being, you know, going to all the manufacturing facilities and seeing how it's made and knowing the people that make it and all that, you know, and see all the testing and research that goes behind it. But anyway, rambling on again. Thanks guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. See you in the next video.